welcome back again. So this will be the chapter 6 on equation, where I in this earlier video, just the video prior to this, I explained the three specific subject on which I will discuss. The first I have already discussed in the previous chapter, previous video. That was the if that was the if the two lines are intersecting, what would be the coordinate of those lines. And then after I have discussed some problem where two lines are given, you have to prove that two lines are intersecting. Okay, so this is the thing that is over. Now the second part is that if the vertices of any triangle is given in the form of coordinate, what would be the area, what would be the standard area formula for that triangle. Now let's understand that one. Let's say this is the coordinate system, this is x and this denotes y. They are perpendicular to each other, that you know. So there is a triangle named ABC. For the sake of understanding, I am just leaning the triangle a little bit so that the concept would be clear much. So this coordinates, I am naming it as x1, y1. Okay, I am writing here. So B is x1, y1, A is x2, y2, and C is x3, y3. Okay, these are the coordinates. Now I am dropping perpendicular from that vertices on x-axis. Now our task is to find the area of triangle ABC. Okay, so before finding it, let me explain the concept, how will I find it. So this area ABC can be divided into such a way that I may not get the area directly, rather from the other things I can derive to the formula of area. Now let's see, area of triangle will be equal to, here the area of the trapezoid, I could name it A, B, C, D, E, F. I am naming it, all the drop points, and this points is not needed although, but I will keep it name M, let's say. So trapezoid A, B, D, E, if I say this is A, B, D, E, the first trapezoid, then I will add up another trapezoid with it, that is A, E, F, C, A, E, F, C, this one. Now if I deduct another trapezoid, that is B, C, F, E, or B, D, F, C, B, D, F, C, you can see that this total plus this total will give you the total confined area within A, B, D, F, C. From there, if I deduct this part, I will remain with this triangle only. Okay, so this is the right way of finding ABC. Now I know any trapezoid area is equal to half into sum of parallel sides into whole into the perpendicular distance between those parallel lines. Okay, I I assume you know it, because it is a very easy formula that area of a trapezoid is the half into sum of the parallel lines and the perpendicular between the. So if I assume this is the any trapezoid, so the parallel lines, these are parallel lines, it is sum of these lines into the perpendicular distance in between, that will give you the area of this trapezoid. So moving on to the sum again with this concept or this formula, I can write directly. You see, I am just using the whole board. This would be half of sum of parallel lines. So BD here plus this AE, and the perpendicular distance between this is DE. DE. So this will give the first one. The second one, half into, for this plus this AE plus EF CF whole into the distance between this is EF. So this gives the second one, and minus half into this one. So BD plus CF whole into DF. So if I put these values and after calculating, I will get the area of this triangle. So now put the values here. In the second line, half into BD is how much? Because B is the coordinate x1 and y1. So BD would be the y part of this coordinate, because this is the vertical distance of any point. This is x1, this is y1. So this one would be y1 BD. And with that, it is AE. A is the high, this is the point which is equal to x2 y2. That means this is x, this is y. So this would be y2 plus y2. So this part is over. Now the remaining part is DE. How do I find DE? DE is, we can say, if it is the origin where that x and y axis meeting, this is 0 0. So from there any distance would be the x distance of that point itself. So DE is nothing but OE minus OD. For the first thing I am writing OE minus OD, that I can write. Now coming to the second is AE. AE is nothing but the y-axis of A, that means y2, and CF the y-axis of 3 y3, and similarly I will write that multiplied with, I am multiplying here the second part, it is EF. So EF nothing but OF minus OE. Okay. Now coming to the third part, that is equal to half into BD. BD is equal to B axis is y1 and plus CF. CF is C y3, and this part is equal to DF. DF is nothing but OF minus OD. Okay. So this is okay. So now I'll rub the remaining part, keeping the only essential part here, because we have already seen the initial progression. Now I will again write half into here OE, that means the point, it is I will draw the thing again, so that it will be clear. I drop line here, line here, line here. This is A, this is B, this is C. A or B is x1, this was E, this is D, E, F. Okay, now follow this step. OE, this is O, because this is Y, this is X. So OE is the X part of A. X part O is X2. So I am writing it here, Y1 plus Y2. OE is X2 and OD is X part of B. B is X1 minus X1 plus half into Y2 plus Y3, and this is OF minus OE. OF is the C, X part of C, X3 minus OE. OE is equal to the A, X part of A, X2. Is it? Okay. Then come to the third one, half into Y1 plus Y3 into OF. OF is the X part of C is equal to X3 minus OD, X part of B, that means X1. So this completes the thing. Now the part, now it will come to the final calculation. So as half is common everywhere, I will take out half. Now I will put everything on under a single bracket. Instead of that, I will put this first bracket because there is no other calculation apart from the first bracket. So I will calculate one by one. X2 Y1 plus X2 Y2 minus X1 Y1 minus X1 Y2 plus X3 Y2 X3 Y3 minus X2 Y2 X2 Y3, then comes here minus X3 Y1 minus X3 Y3 plus X1 Y1 plus X1 Y3. Now let's see which terms can be cancelled out from here. Now probably the same term X1 Y1 and X3 Y3 and X2 Y2 and that to X2 Y2. These only will cancel out. The remaining terms are X2 Y1 minus X1 Y2 plus X3 Y2 minus X2 Y3 minus X3 Y1 plus X1 Y3. Now here I will array this in certain form where I will take all x's part common. So if I take X2 common, it will give you Y1 minus Y3 plus if I take X3 common, this will give you Y2 plus and Y1 minus, and second one is I will common X1, then it will be Y3 minus Y2. Okay, so this will be the final thing that I will get. So X2 Y1 minus Y3, X3 Y2 minus Y1, and next one Y3 minus Y2. So now we can say this may change because the position, because what would be more, what would be less, that nobody knows. So this is the general arrangement of that formula where the area of the triangle is meant like this, where the position of x1 y1 may be high because the values may high, so accordingly the sign may change, but you have to keep the notation correct. That means if you positions like that if you assume the 3 points are given, now something you are assuming x1 y1, so during putting the values you have to be you have to be very cautious where you are putting the values. X1 will always come in the place of X1 only, not that you are, one time you are putting X1 means Y1 because Y1 is repeating. So if one case you are putting Y1 here, other case you should not put Y1 minus Y2. So that thing you will keep in mind and remember it like that. So it is X1, X2 and X3 will come outside, and whatever way you will put, then y1 once will come forward, y2 once will come the first position, and y3 will come in the in first position once only every time, and the remaining thing will come also in one way where the minus sign with the same thing will come once. So but they will not come in repeated, means y1 minus y2 and y1 minus y3 will not come. So this way you can remember. So you can use your own brain to how will you use that, but you can derive also, but that will take too much time. But remember, this is the formula, this is the derivation when three vertices of a triangle is being given. Okay, I think you understood. Now in the last chapter of this, the thing where I will show you how to find the distance of a line from a given point, or the distance between the two parallel lines. So now it is over. So I will come back on the next video, and I will explain the topic already described. So thank you for now. Kindly subscribe my channel.